everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode here at Black Chronicles 101. I am Oluchi B, and today we're going to be talking about how to resolve conflict with your manager. But before we get into that, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been giving feedback with regards to the audio and the visual of the vlogs, and we are working on improving both aspects. Hopefully you guys are going to see some improvements on this episode. The reason I couldn't say anything previously is because we have episodes that are shot well in advance in case something happens and I can't shoot. So we shoot like a month in advance, so I'm going to respond a month in advance to any feedback in terms of the improvement. But obviously I do take the feedback seriously and do try and improve, but that there's just like a buffer delay of like a whole month, only because we shoot in advance. But back to regular programming. Today we're talking about how to resolve conflict with your manager. There's two types of conflict. One usually comes from when you drop a ball on a project. When you drop a ball, it means that you don't perform the way you were supposed to perform. So you are in the wrong. Either you don't submit your work on time or you miss a deadline and you need to resolve that conflict. Or there's a technical disagreement between you and your manager. That means you guys cannot agree on how to solve a work problem. How to type the email, how to bring the solution across to the board, or how you want to do a certain project. You guys have disagreements on how to do a project, and that conflict needs to get resolved. And we will focus on those two conflicts because I think those are the most common in the work environment. So now you've realized that there's a conflict that needs to be resolved with your manager. So here are steps that you need to take. First and foremost, you need to analyze the conflict in a logical manner and as analytical as possible. What that simply means is that you need to take your emotion out of the problem. So if you have ill feelings towards your manager, or you guys have other underlying issues, that needs to be taken out of this context. So you need to analyze it as logically as possible, make a summary of the most important points. And once you've done that, you come up with a solution, because you don't want to go resolve a conflict without a solution. So you come up with a solution. So okay, I dropped the ball on this project. It was $1 million project, and now the client's gonna pull out. How do I resolve this? So you first analyze the problem, make a summary of the points and how you're gonna resolve the conflict. After that, you find the most favorable time to have a conversation with your manager. And I say favorable because you have to understand how your manager works. They're grumpy in the morning, they're grumpy in the afternoon, they're grumpy when there's a meeting, you know when a favorable time is for you to have a serious conversation with your manager. You need to find a favorable time in your manager's diary where you know they're usually in a good mood around this time, and then go there, lay the problem on the table, lay the summary on the table, and then lay the resolution on the table as well, and then give your manager this look. So what do you think? Okay, maybe you don't have to do that. Just lay what you think the problem is and what do you think the resolution for the problem could be, and wait for your manager to respond. And that's it. That's how you resolve a conflict with your manager. Okay. So you have to listen to your manager's response. That has nothing to do with the conflict, because you have done everything that you needed to do in your power. And as a manager, the manager should take things forward. Either they agree with your solution or they come up with a better solution, but no one will tell you no, or no one will shut you down after you have shown initiative of solving a problem that's going to make your relationship easier with your manager. So just to recap, you find yourself in a sticky situation, you have to resolve a problem with your manager, you analyze the problem, you come up with a solution for the problem before you see your manager. You see your manager, you lay the problem and the solution at the table, you wait for your manager's response, and then you take it forward. And that's going to create so much trust between you and your manager, because they know that they can rely on you to be able to pick up where you're falling, as well as come up with resolutions for where you are lacking. And that act of you being proactive is going to ensure that you get given more time to deal with other problems in the future. You can even talk to your boss about your bonuses because you're in a favorable position, because you know how to resolve conflict. So if you're unhappy about the promotion, then you can go and have a conversation with your manager the same manner. If you're unhappy about you being moved to another building, you can go and have a conversation with your manager in that manner. The most important thing as a person is that if you see there's a problem at work, is that you come up with a solution, you go to your manager with that solution and take it forward. Never sit with a problem for too long, because the more you sit with a problem in the work environment, the messier it becomes. And I use the word messier because I can't think of a better word to use than the word messier. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you subscribe and like our videos and follow for more content. Thank you.